you awake? Shh. Stay still. Try not to move. You were quite wounded when I found you. They seem to be getting a bit better, but the wounds are quite deep. Don't worry. I mean you no harm. My name's Kat. I found you a few days ago. You were quite wounded, not in a really good location. I've brought you in to a safer location, a little bit away from all the dangers in this forest. You were unconscious for 3 days. I've been collecting herbs and resources to try to keep you well healed. Are you feeling alright? A little dizzy at all? I see. Well, I was actually just preparing to switch out your medication. The herbs that I put on you to heal you up. It seems like you were bitten by something quite venomous. Although I wasn't quite sure what it was, I've been giving you minor healing and anti-venom potions. Unfortunately for you, I'm no healer. So, herbology is the best I can do. Sorry, we were in a bit of a time crunch. I want to make sure the previous antidote doesn't wear off. I was currently in the process of making it up for you. What were you doing out in these woods? You seem to be looking for something. I take it you're an adventurer or a hunter of some sorts. You're kind or quite brave to adventure this deep into the forest. So what was it? What were you looking for? How interesting. I haven't heard that one in quite a while. I am running quite low on some resources now. This is what your kind may call baby's breath. Although it is not an uncommon herb, still difficult to find in these areas. Well, for whatever you're fighting, it seemed to be quite poisonous. And its bite was quite venomous. You had quite the wounds on you. What is that? You should need 3 more dragon whiskers. Okay. What's that? No, I'm not with a specific group. I left my main village about a century back. I am much more open-minded in regards to the different groups, per se. I don't see an issue in the beast folk, the humans, dark elves, and owls. We can be quite harmonious. and it's for the best. Many of my kin may not believe so, and even more will probably disagree with me. However, we all have our different views. Quite the eye you have. Are you a herbologist or an alchemist at all? This was fire lily leaves. Quite the specialty around here. It will typically get rid of most poisons, and albeit a good amount of venoms. However, when you mix it with the dragon whiskers I previously added, it certainly does add increase. These are winter roses. We don't see too many of them up here. However, the purification abilities will amplify tremendously when you mix these in with a potion, a combination. Let's see here. No, I've been living in these forests for most of my life. I've ventured out a few times, however, it's not my main point of interest. Quite peaceful here, while my kind are quite nearby, in case I decide to go back. This is a paste quite common with my kind. It will help close up and heal up wounds. Essential for all the wounds and damage you had on you. I'm honestly quite surprised you made it. Your health must have been quite good to begin with. When I later make the anti-venom potion for you, I'll need you to make sure you finish all of it. Understood? Perfect. Well, I'll need you to hold very still for me. I'll take off your current bandage. We have quite a few layers already added just to reduce all the bleeding. No, it was quite the difficulty to stop the main cuts and all the wounds on you, but to get it to heal up nicely without leaving too much of the scar was quite difficult. Hold still. although it's not the prettiest of things. The more I pack on, the better you'll be able to heal up. This is an equivalent to stitches in a way. It'll combine and make the skin form back, the muscle as well. I mean, it's quite boosted in the regenerative abilities. Let's see here. Have you ever had an anti-venom potion before? They're not the most delicious of things. I see. Well, we need the root of water. Of Stargate lilies. This is one of the main bases. Hence why it takes so long to make up properly. If you want to have it done correctly, that is. Let's see. Should be fine. Do not worry. Well, I wouldn't dare use something so taboo such as vampire blood. An unknown, or I guess you can say not as common substitute is beast skin blood. While it's not as accepted widely to use this type of method, it is quite more common when you're in a bit of a pinch. And I didn't have any substitutes. I had, unfortunately. Well, this is where I'll need a little bit of your trust. This in here itself is a vial of poison. And now before you do worry, as already mentioned, I truly mean you no harm. This lovely purple liquid in here, although it is quite a dangerous, deadly poison if consumed, when you're using it in an antidote, it is quite the opposite. It will counteract and target the poison in your veins. My apologies, the venom in your veins. It will most likely, typically, cancel it out. It's only mainly a worry if you ingest it. Hence my lack of worry with handling it. This one particularly was found quite recently. Those effects should be quite stronger. Quite a pretty look to it, isn't it? Now for a few of the toppings. This is dragonborn blood. Just a few drops of it. a sought-after thing. Us elves have quite the positive relationship with many of the beastkin and dragonkin. Hence, we actively do trades as such. Something that must be quite uncommon for you humans. You do tend to be less open about stuff like that. You'll rather rely on your alchemists to use their magic to create a potion for you all. Well, we'll let that sit for a moment. In the meantime, I have a few questions for you. It'll work out well as I need to replenish a few of my other potions. You were heading up north, correct? Or coming from north? I couldn't exactly tell given your location. Is there a specific reason why you ended up coming here, though? I originally assumed you'd be an adventurer, or a hunter, as I mentioned prior. But it doesn't seem to be the case now, is it? Yeah, you do have quite the knowledge on the herbs. This is fairy leaf. Something we don't see in this area often. It's not too uncommon. However, it's not an expected resource we find here. Well, these create a different story. Can you recognize them? My dear herbologist. You do seem quite noticeable and knowledgeable of these herbs. These were imported in all the way from the south. The dwarves are a quite interesting bunch. So you do know your potions quite well. Yes, I'm making a heat-resistant potion. Or fire-resistant potion, if you do say. Look at you. Quite smart after all. Hence, I'm so curious on how you found yourself in that situation. But I'll leave that to another time. Let's see. A few more. You know, it is quite common here to find adventurers coming through. So I wasn't all too surprised. However, I do say you're quite lucky to find me. Although our kind has stopped fighting, and there's still quite a lot of tension, a lot of disagreements. And quite a few hostile events recently. I mean, I was still alive when our kind actively fought. Yes, well, quite the memories it was. Well, back when I was quite a bit younger, I found someone quite similar to you. Someone who was wounded. Not so much any better than you. At that time, I was still with my community, my kin. Quite fond memories. Quite delicious looking, isn't it? But no, that was quite a while ago. By now, they're probably shriveled up. And their children and grandchildren are probably well gone by now. Well, I'll get you to drink up the anti-venom potion now. There you go. Not the most delicious. I'll just put it there. You should be able to finish drinking it in some due time. You poor thing. You know, you and my previous patient had quite a lot in common. Both very stoic, individual, very few words. Someone who was traveling through the forest, got themselves in quite a bit of danger. I had to make a similar potion for them, an elixir, something to heal them up. Well, I'll tidy up those wounds for you and add another coat of bandages. And I guess I'll have you on your way. Hopefully, you'll be fully healed. And you're welcome to stay. If you do need a bit longer, just get back up on your feet. But given you're fully awake now, I take it you don't want to stay steady anymore, do you? You probably must get going soon. I see. Well, since you still don't have all your strength back, how about you rest for the night? And you can leave at dawn. You will be too well to accept the forest is even more dangerous at night. Not something I think you'll be able to fight off. Well, just in case I don't see you before you leave, you'll do well to wear this. It's a flower from the petals I was mentioning previously. While it helps with the venom potions as well, due to its natural deadly toxin if you consume it, many monsters and animals will avoid it. Although it's unfortunate and it's truly necessary. Keep this in your hair, or at least on you at all times. In case you leave before I see you again. I'll be heading out to do a bit more scavenging He restocks my supplies for a bit. Very well. I'll get some rest then. If I see you in the morning, I'll see you off. If not, do be safe, my friend.